Welcome to another video and to another organ. Today I'm at St George United Reformed Church in Hartlepool to look at this incredible 3-manual JJ Binns pipe organ. Firstly, if you haven't been to this channel before, my name's Paul and I visit pipe organs all over the place wherever I can get in. So if you're interested in pipe organs, I'd be ever so grateful if you would hit the subscribe button, which is down here somewhere, and join me on these visits. But without further ado, let's have a look at the organ. So this incredible beast of an organ was built in 1904 by JJ Binns. Originally it had the patent tubular pneumatic action, which JJ Binns was of course famous for. More recently, I can't remember the date, the details of this organ and that date of course will be on the National Pipe Organ Register link, which you'll find in the description. It was converted to electro-pneumatic. I'm not sure that was a good thing. Let me know in the comments what you reckon. The lovely casework for this organ was designed by Newcombe Newcombe. Again, I don't know anything about them. Perhaps you can help me in the comments with that. But it really is a lovely, lovely organ. The volume is remarkable. As you know, I'm a fan of volume and this really, really has it. So let's start as usual on the grate, which is the central manual, and the stop at the very bottom is a 16-foot Borden, which sounds like this. Listen to that rumble. I hope my video is picking that up. That is remarkable. Next we have an open diapason number 1. And an open diapason number 2. Not sure what I was playing there, but you can hear the difference between a 1 and 2. Obviously 1 is more dominant against 1. Next, still on 8 foot, we have a gedakt. Lovely flute. Let's try that just out of interest with the other flute, which is a 16-foot Borden. That bass note on the 16 is stunning. Moving on to 4 foots, we have a harmonic flute. Stunningly in tune as well, it's so nice. For those who don't know, a 4 foot is an octave higher than would sound on a piano. We have a 4 foot octave, which is the same as a principal. This will be the stop used to tune the organ. Let's try that with a small open. The 2 foot on the grate, which is an octave higher again, is a flautina. It's obviously just a flute, really. With the gedakt. Finally, on the grate, we have a trumpet, which is obviously a reed. It's an 8 foot trumpet. Sounds like this. Very regal, I like that. Let's try something on the grate. So while we're here on the right, we have the pedal stops, not a vast amount of pedal stops, the very bottom being a harmonic bass, a 32 foot. I'm guessing that isn't a true 32 foot. I imagine that is a 16 foot, and it will be stopped to give the impression that it's a 32 foot, and it certainly has that rumble, it has that depth. Explain in the comments. Next is an open diapason 16 foot. I think these are borrowed stops. I don't think they're absolutely dedicated to the pedals. A 16 foot sub bass. An 8 foot flute. And finally, a principal 8 foot. Unfortunately, no reed on the pedals. That is unfortunate, but quite a beefy bass, so quite impressed with that. I should also have pointed out there that the pedal board is a concave radiating pedal board. There are a whole series of combination pedals. Also to the right here we have a pedal that operates the tremulant, and to the left here we have a reversible, which is the grate to pedal. There are also 2 swell pedals. One operates the swell, obviously, and the choir is also enclosed. So let's move on to the swell organ, which is the very top manual. Again, starting at the bottom with the swell box open, we have an open diapason 8 foot. Nice. We have a flute. It is a whole flute, 8 foot. have a Vox Angelica on its own. And also on its own we have a viol d'orchestra. So the Vox Angelica has a very similar effect to the Celeste. In fact, it has the same effect as a Celeste. So hopefully if we put those two strings together, the Vox Angelica and the viol d'orchestra, we will get that beat. And we do. Box shut. Hasn't got the spine tingling quality that some have, but it is pretty nice. Next we have another flute. It is a 4-foot Salisette. No idea what I was playing there, but that's what it sounds like. We have a Swab flute. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's a 4-foot. It kind of means it's a sweet flute. Let's try that with the 8-foot flute. We have a mixture on the swell. It's a Dulciana mixture, so a much gentler mixture than you would often find, I expect. I haven't tried it yet. And you can hear where it breaks. That middle C. And again at top C. Let's try it with the open diapason, see how it brightens things up. Sounds really nice. I notice on Binns an awful lot actually that 2-foots are completely missed off and they are replaced with just mixtures. But it sounds really nice. We have 2 reeds on the swell. Firstly, an 8-foot horn. And an 8-foot oboe. And at the very top we have the tremulant, which I mentioned earlier is operated by a toe pedal down here and also by a stop. Let's see what the tremulant sounds like. Strike with the open so it's loud. not very effective, to be honest. You can hear it, it's super fast. Below the swell we have 3 couplers, the 3 that you would expect on a 3 manual organ. It's great to pedal, swell to pedal and quiet to pedal. Let's try something on the swell. So finally, let's have a quick look at the stops on the choir. Again, there's not a great deal. Starting at the bottom, we have a silitional, a nice string. Box shut. An 8-foot Lieblich gedackt. Next is another 8-foot, it is a Dolce, which I think we have decided I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it means sweetly. Is it sweet? Next is a flute. It is a flauto traverso. Traverso, I believe, means the angle at which you hold a flute. I can't play the flute, but it's something like that. And it sounds like this. It's a 4-foot. I'll try it on the right manual. Sometimes that's called a concert flute, and it does sound like a concert flute actually. And finally we have another reed on the choir, and it is a clarinet. And that's a lovely tone. That would be a nice solo-y stop. Sounds really nice. Let's try something on the choir. So again, as you would expect to see on a Binns, the couplers are lined here across the very top of the swell. Swell to choir, choir to great, swell to great, sub-octave, etc, etc, octaves, sub-octaves, and they're all positioned here. I hope you'll agree that this is a lovely, lovely organ. It's a lovely venue as well, a very open church. The acoustics are fantastic. It's not surprising that they have so many recitals here. But now let's have a go on the full organ and see what it sounds like. So thank you as always for joining me on this video here at St George United Reformed Church in Hartlepool. Particularly thank you to Paul, another Paul, there's a lot of us around, for allowing me access and for meeting me here to let me into the church. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do hit the subscribe button. I will be ever so grateful. And please leave a comment, leave a like, share the video, everything else. And until next time, I shall see you later. Bye for now.